Very good evening to you. Welcome to Aggborough, the home of Kidderminster Harriers, and tonight the home of Wolverhampton Wanderers under-23s. Up against Burnley, there is a strong lineup selected by James Collins for this one. He welcomes back from loan spells away Austin Samuels up front and Christian Marques, hugely experienced in Premier League 2 football, into the heart of his defence. He also has Ki-Jana, Hoever, Bruno Jordao dropping down from the first team to get some minutes under their belt, plus Luke Cundle, Hugo Bueno and Chem Campbell, who have all been involved for the first team in the last couple of weeks in one way or another. Cundle has even got himself onto the pitch in the last couple of games. So the expectation will be there for James Collins' team on a cold and getting colder evening in Kidderminster. There are still some fans filing in, not too many, but always good to see people coming to support the next generation. An opportunity to watch one or two potential stars of the future. Last time out, this feels like a long time ago now, the middle of December. Under-23s went down to West Ham, who at the time were top of Premier League 2 Division 1. Arguably the best under-23 team in the country. 6 of the starting lineup in the Premier League Cup game had played in the Europa League for the first team a week before. Same number for Wolves, had played in the FA Youth Cup the week before, and yet they played out a 0-0 draw, of which Wolves were touch unfortunate not to have got the victory. 2 goals ruled out for offside on the day, one particularly marginal, and a good shout for a penalty, which wasn't given either, just on the outside of the penalty area on that occasion. And they've had a couple of COVID postponements, not to do with Wolves, but with the opponents. Newcastle just before Christmas and Southampton away, sparing them a long trip. The previous weekend, they were due to play Swansea here at the beginning of the month, but given Kidderminster's epic run in the FA Cup, they were unable to use the stadium leading up to that competition. So they will have to try and fit in that fixture in what is already a congested schedule. Hence why it's a good opportunity to rotate a few names. You'll also see Michael Aggborough returning after missing quite a few weeks through injury. Big defender made a big contribution in a win away at Newcastle earlier this campaign.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on the field of the teams of Burnley and Wolverhampton Wanderers.
So it's 9th against 7th in Premier League 2 Division 2. There is 4 points separating them.
Aggborough Stadium.
Wolves will be eyeing up at least 5th place, which would be enough for a playoff place this year, and they are only 5 points off it.
Starting 11 and starting with Burnley. Number 1, Lewis Thomas. Number 2, Ethan Vaughan. Number 3, Finn Armstrong. Number 4, and captain, Marques. Number 5, Jake Rooney.
As ever,
Number 6,
in under-23s football, once you get past Christmas and certainly past the January transfer window, things do tend to change. Normally, it's with players going out on loan. That's the case for Lewis Richards, and we wish him the very best of luck in his loan spell away from Wolves. That man, Austin Samuels, returning to the club from a fairly unsuccessful loan spell with Aberdeen. Made 7 appearances but didn't find the back of the net. He may well find himself going out on loan again this month, but in the meantime he'll get a chance to impress. That man's been taking his chances to impress Luke Cundle, still with the captain's armband despite the return of Christian Marques, having made a couple of substitute appearances for the first team Bruno Jordao spoke at length about how he was so close to starting in the Premier League on Saturday. His chance may well yet come with another impressive performance here this evening. So we're underway at Aggborough. Paul Marsden is our referee. Burnley have Lewis Thomas in goal, Ethan Vaughan, Jake Rooney, Harry Williams and Finn Armstrong their back four. Ajay Tucker, Mark Helm, Ben Woods and Owen Dodgson the midfield. Joe McGlynn and Dara Costello the two up top. Wolves with Louis Molden in goal. Fit again Michael Aggborough, the returning Christian Marques and Oscar Burr the back three. Ki-Jana, Hoever and Hugo Bueno the wing backs. Luke Cundle and Bruno Jordao in midfield. Jack Hodnett, Austin Samuels and Chem Campbell are the attacking trio. And we need a new ball. Not a bad delivery into that danger zone. It was Hoover's header. Aggborough took the responsibility. Helm tried to put it back in. It's a nice flick by Bueno, but he won't get the return from Cundle. That's Williams. Forward into McGlynn. Or Marques with the wild swipe. And Costello, good save by Molden. And Oscar Burr is there to turn it away. Had a wonderful first half of the campaign, Louis Molden. He started 2022 brightly there. Bueno happy enough to see it behind for the goal kick. Wolves happy enough to play with it inside their own penalty area, playing out from deep. Burr's ball. It's going to come to Campbell. Bit of space to run into. Samuels and Hodnett to his right-hand side. Well, he didn't intend that 1-2 with Ajay Tucker. He's got Wolves a throw. Wasn't the best of throws from Bueno. I'm not sure it went out, it came in field, so it will still be a Wolves throw. There's 1-1 between these two teams earlier this season. Luke Cundle scored an absolute beauty to equalise after Burnley had got a rather dubious penalty up at Turf Moor in September. Rooney. Burr back to Molden. Offside flag going up against Joe McGlynn. Bit of a scrappy start for the opening couple of minutes. Burnley happy to try and press high, stop Wolves playing out from deep. You see Bueno being forced backwards by Tucker and running out of room on that left-hand touchline. Vaughan for Rooney. This is Williams. Armstrong's long ball. It's going to drop for Cundle. Samuels finding Campbell to Bueno. Look at how sharp Helm was in there to Cundall, but he's done brilliantly to pick out Hoever. And Hoever returning it to Luke Cundall. Just couldn't quite take it fully under control, but that was clever play. The two men who will train an awful lot together in the first team group. Hodnett. But for Christian Marques. That was Hodnett looking for Samuels, just too heavy. Helm. Burnley have players sweeping forwards, one of which here is Tucker. Costello just ahead of him. Dodson was making the run ahead. Comes back to Armstrong. Wolves doing just enough. Cundall. Nice ball to switch to Hodnett, who was trying to cushion here for Ki-Jana Hoever. A heavy touch from Cundall. Allowed Helm to nick in. Ben Woods finding Tucker. Might be an opportunity to shoot for McLean, and again a comfortable save for Louis Moulton. Had to watch it carefully come through the bodies. Won't have seen it till relatively late. Made it look far easier than it probably was. Jordao getting the free kick. Here's Marques. Been on loan at Belenenses. Not featured for the first team there, so understandable why he has returned. And he just got the international clearance to be able to play today. May well be another loan in the pipeline for him, but in the meantime, he's a welcome addition. Leader. And he's captained this team many times. Still only 19 as well. Aggborough, defending on this occasion. But another who will be hoping to find a loan or possibly a permanent new home after this month. 23 years old now. He and Bruno Jordao, the senior men in this team in terms of age. Like Aggborough at 20 as well. Austin Samuels at 21. Louis Moulton turned 20 this month. All of which means for first time in what seems like a long time, Wolves' average age is far exceeding their opponents. Vaughan's throw. Came off Bueno, but will be comfortable for Malden. It's a good kick out as well. Hoever couldn't find Samuels. He recovered. Again, trying to find the feet of Samuels, who was expecting one over the top. It's nice from Burr. Bueno had a very good game at West Ham before Christmas. As did Oscar Burr, in fairness. Hodnett can't control. Dodson for Helm. Marques couldn't hold on. McGlynn on for Costello. It was well tracked by Oscar Burr. Burnley have had quite a few dangerous moments. Got into good areas. They're looking the most threatening at the moment. Now a bit of space for Hugo Bueno. Campbell. Condell. Campbell to Bueno. Burr's chance to switch it. Finding Hoever. Jordao wanted a handball, didn't get it. And Helm has gone for it from distance, and Malden was sharp in his backtracking. As always, adventurous, opportunistic. Would have been something special had he been able to beat Malden from there. It's better football from Wolves. Kundal for Bueno. Being shown on the outside. Now needs some support from Kundal. Burr to Campbell. Burnley with plenty of claret and blue shirts behind the ball. Bueno's done well there. Kundal. Didn't seem a huge amount of movement ahead of Luke Kundal on that occasion. Jordao trying the switch. Marques to Burr. Burr, the flag has stayed down. Lovely ball for Samuels. Austin Samuels trying to tee it up for Chem Campbell. Oh, he couldn't quite wrap his leg round it. Super ball over the top from Oscar Burr. And Samuels, touch unselfish, but maybe just ran across Chem Campbell. Lost his footing at the vital moment. Wolves' best opening of the game, though. Costello. That was loose. Campbell can't quite get there though. Vaughan. Back to Rooney. Nice interplay, Aggborough. Gets it back from Marques. Finds Hodnett. Oh, again, a heavy touch from Hodnett. That's brilliantly read by Cundall. Unlucky. There's Williams with the big clearance. Looked like Costello had a grip on Agborough's shirt there, but the referee happy enough to continue. Tucker, another runs into Burr. And Jordao with a very clever first time ball to find Bruno. Now Campbell. Bruno still ahead of him. Samuels through the middle. Campbell was trying to go alone and rather turned into the bodies. Vaughan. That's going to go all the way through to Malden. Heavy touch by Cundall. Marques. Malden's clearance. Rooney bringing it down. Well, Costello was surely coming back from an offside position there. Assistant referee on the near side kept his flag down. McGlynn's cross and Marques. Oh, he's a touch fortunate that Burr was behind him, and Burr had a little bit more time than he realised. That ball's not gone out of play either. Marques climbing high. Just a bit scrappy for Wolves in this opening spell. Bruno. There's Campbell. Cundall, chance to switch the play. Hoever. Strong run and not a bad ball in, but a comfortable take for Lewis Thomas. One in the air by Rooney. Marques for Cundall. Oh, he's done well, Cundall. Found himself in a real tight spot there. And he kept on the move as well. He didn't just stand and watch his initial pass. The Wolves found that central area a bit too congested a couple of times. Bruno a touch too keen to try and win possession back. It's not a bad ball in. Good header away by Burr. And that will be a free kick for the foul by Ben Woods on Luke Cundall. Burr up to Samuels. Gets the free kick as well, did well there, Austin Samuels. His record in under 23 football is pretty decent. It's just been unfortunate that a number of his loans away haven't quite seen him at the kind of game time he would have liked. Did have a spell here at Kidderminster that ended up being cut short by COVID originally. Spell at Bradford last season amongst a couple of recent loan moves. Hodnett to Hoever. He's found his route through, shut down, but Aggborough in there strongly. And again, Hodnett maybe just trying to beat one too many. Wolves not really keeping hold of the ball in the advanced areas. And that's a good run. Costello got the wrong side of Burr for a moment. Support from Vaughan. Wasn't a bad ball in, it might still fall to McGlynn. Vital touch by Bueno. Big opportunity and taken. Perfectly finished by Finn Armstrong. Just seemed to want it more. Powered his way through.
Goal scorer from Burnley, number 3, Finn Armstrong.
Wolves didn't deal with it. Stood off and allowed the fullback to power his way in. A very frustrating way to find themselves behind. Aggborough to Jordao. That's a lot of Malden who cleared it over the roof of the stand. Third ball required. Hodnett for Bueno. And there's space ahead of him. Campbell is through the middle. Samuels is up there as well. Now Campbell taking over. Cundall. Oh, that's a lovely ball. Here's Hoever. Oh, couldn't quite deliver into that danger zone. Here's Burr. Switching the play to Hoever. That's not a bad run, and again, it wasn't too bad a cross. Just needed somebody to make that movement across the near post. We are in the January transfer window, and that's been the news since this game kicked off, that Wolves have completed the signing of promising winger Ki-Jana from the Portuguese side Estoril. 21-year-old arriving on a deal until 2026. He's a Portugal under-21 international. This is Tucker. will be a free kick for the challenge on Harry Williams. Burnley were trying something from the training ground that didn't quite work out there. They're having the better of this game. In front and relatively in control. McLean on for Costello. Clever! Just wide. Really clever. It's been such a threat, that little run from Costello. Third time now in the game, in what, the opening 26 minutes, that Burnley have managed to find him in a pocket. Malden has come to Wolves' rescue a couple of times, and that time probably just did enough to deny the young forward. Wolves are a touch fortunate that they're not more than one behind here. But looking for Hoever. Aggborough was trying to set Hodnett away. Need a little bit of inspiration here, Wolves. Not able to keep the ball in any kind of advanced area. That will be a goal kick. There's Aggborough. Hoever to Hodnett. Back again to Hoever. Asked a lot of him. Also get the throw. There's James Collins. Condell. Bueno. Campbell to Condell. Now Bueno. Condell's continued his run. Now then, Kundal, oh, good charge down. Jake Rooney and Tucker will try and get Burnley moving down the other end. Ethan Vaughan. Nice little dink. Oh, now then, big question mark was asked as Hoever came clattering back. You have to say he's a touch fortunate there. Maybe more than a touch fortunate. That's a great ball. It's Costello in again, trying to square it from McGlynn, and somehow Wolves have got away with it. Not for the first time in this half. They've got away with a couple of dodgy moments. It's maybe not too much of an exaggeration to say Burnley could have been out of sight. And here they come again. Tucker, Costello, Tucker once more. Helm fancies having a go and dragged that well wide. The Wolves comfortable enough. James Collins will not be happy. This team have really struggled to get a firm grip on the game. Might be a touch of rustiness in there, having not played for a month. There's Campbell. Burnley have had 2 fixtures since Wolves last took to the field. Marques safely back to Malden. And everything's going Burnley's way. It just seemed to be a little bit more on the front foot. Burnley have had one. They should have had a couple more. And they probably should have had a penalty. Wolves have had a couple of crosses from Ki-Jana Hoever. A wildly sliced shot from Chem Campbell is all they've really had to show for the opening 34 minutes. Jordao to Bruno. Jordao's frustration clear as he overhits the pass for Hoever. without a couple of players. No Owen Hesketh or Harvey Griffiths tonight. Jack Scott and Lewis Richards, two key members of this under-23 group who've gone out on loan, potentially heading out on loan. Here's Bueno. He's shown a bit of drive at least. Condell, energetic as ever. And that's an excellent ball and a really good run from Samuels. Bueno, Condell. Wolves have got a couple in the penalty area, but they choose not to put it in. It's neat, but they've ended up a long way back from where they were. But sort of a similar ball got Samuels in beforehand. Condell was challenging. Hodnett beaten to it by Woods. Aggborough to Malden. To Bueno. Campbell spotted the run of Samuels and Hodnett, but didn't get enough on the pass. Hodnett's done well here to win it back. Campbell, Hoever was calling for it on the far side. Goes to Bueno. Cross took a big deflection, and that will lead to a Wolves corner. Hugo Bueno has kept trying. He's looked the biggest threat, it has to be said. Corner taker is Jack Hodnett, who is celebrating his 19th birthday today. It's not a bad delivery. And Bueno makes something from it. Oh, that was a potentially crunching challenge. Ball has stayed in here. Hodnett's delivery comes to Condell. Brilliant back from Samuels. Oh, and I think he was going for goal. Just off balance there, Luke Condell. Well, that was much better from Wolves. Really neat interplay between Condell and Austin Samuels. Bueno's done well to keep that in. Attempted switch of play, didn't quite come off. Burnley maybe slowing things down, having just felt a bit of pressure. The first real time it's been sustained in the game from those in gold. Helm's ball. Helm again. This is Tucker. Helm for Armstrong, the goal scorer. And Aggborough a touch too keen there. In on Costello. Woods and Tucker, the two stood over the ball. Big deflection that will loop it onto the roof of the net. Dodson take the in-swinging delivery. Everybody in a gold shirt is back defending. It's well cleared. Ki-Jana Hoever. The danger is not fully over. Armstrong to Helm. You've got to give credit to Burnley. They've moved the ball well. They've been the biggest threat. And they seem well in control with the final few minutes of the half ahead. Vaughan to Woods. Williams to Armstrong. Wolves just can't get close enough for the minute. Dodson. And this is a real sustained spell of possession that is energy sapping on a night like this when you are already trailing. And the flag has stayed down against McLean. Support from Tucker and Burr, well positioned. Condell to Bruno. Campbell to his left. Samuels through the middle. Campbell couldn't beat it, the first man. Get another chance to try and deliver. There's Jordao. Skipped away from one. Fancies having a go. Oh, what an effort. Stunning effort from Jordao. Really unfortunate. It was dipping. It was causing problems, and Lewis Thomas did well. Credit to him. If Wolves are to find a way back into the game, might just come from a moment of magic from one of their more senior men. Here's Hoever. Oh, now then, lost it. And Burnley have players sweeping forwards, and Hoever tries to get back to help out. This is Helm. Costello. Vaughan, a good ball in, and Aggborough heading it clear. Just a warning for Ki-Jana Hoever. Talking to and nothing more from Paul Marsden, the referee. Costello's ball in, That's just gone straight to Tucker. Oh, he tried to whip it.
The football officials indicated a minimum of 1 minute added time. That's a minimum of 1 minute added
Confirmation,
time.
1 minute being added on before James Collins can get his team into the dressing room. That Bruno Jordao effort late in the half. The only real likelihood of getting Wolves back into it. Aggborough back to Malden. Seems like it just needs to be moved a bit quicker. And that may well be one of the messages in the dressing room at half-time. Wolves trail by 1-0. It has not been the first half that many were anticipating when they saw the strength of the Wolves under-23s lineup tonight. Burnley having the better opportunities, a couple of good saves from Louis Malden, and eventually Finn Armstrong getting the better of Jack Hodnett on the edge of the penalty area, forcing his way through and dispatching it into the bottom corner. Bruno Jordao hit a vicious effort from distance that was well tipped over by Lewis Thomas, but in truth there hasn't been enough in an attacking sense from James Collins' team, and they will hope for much better in the second half. It's coming shortly here on Wolves TV.
something, shouldn't you?
Yeah, we've got Norwich.
Some of these could have played tomorrow. You could have played tomorrow with this lot. They could have made the numbers up. They're good enough.
Number 8 in a player. Ball's been on bonkers if you want to sign that handicap. Oh, there's a replacement for that. Oh, John.
He wasn't even good enough to play against us when we beat him. He didn't even turn up to the squad. Nah. And he wasn't injured. Whether they rested him, I don't know. He was playing, yeah, he wasn't injured, they just rested him.
I thought they were going to win, didn't they?
Yeah, long, didn't they?
Set off then today.
If you win it, it makes it worthwhile, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You come here and you lose 3-0, then it makes it a long journey back, doesn't it?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the field of the teams of Burnley and Wolverhampton Wanderers.
So two teams are back out for the second half, and a change for Wolves. Ki-Jana Hoever, who was only due to play 45 minutes. He goes off, and Dexter Lembakisa.
Half-time substitution for Wolverhampton Wanderers, leaving the field number 2, Hoever, replaced by number 16, Dexter Lembakisa.
It's Ki-Jana Hoever who has gone off. Dexter Lembakisa, who did come on and play on the right-hand side at West Ham in the last game. He's played predominantly down the left, in place of this man, Hugo Bueno, when he was out injured. That's not a bad ball in by Bruno Jordao. Oh, we saw him hit one. A bit better than that in the first half. This has actually stayed in play. Hodnet. Condor for Lembakisa. It's going to come to Hodnet. Oh, he fancied a go. Not sure he would have had the power to beat Lewis Thomas had it been on target. The Wolves are Louis Molden in goal, Michael Aggborough, Christian Marques and Oscar Burr, the back three. Dexter Lembakisa and Hugo Bueno. The wing backs, Luke Cundle and Bruno Jordao in midfield. Jack Hodnet, Austin Samuels and Chem Campbell, the three up top. Burnley with Lewis Thomas in goal, Ethan Vaughan, Jake Rooney, Harry Williams and Finn Armstrong, their goal scorer, the back four. Ejai Tucker, Mark Helm, Ben Woods and Owen Dodson, the midfield. Joe McGlynn and Dara Costello. Well, they're two up top. So Hoever making his way back from self-isolation. So getting through 45 minutes under his belt. Thomas's kick. And Bakisa to Aggborough and back. Not getting any distance on the clearance. Costello, Helm. Vaughan's delivery. Tucker's little ball in, and Bakisa will clear. Burnley picking up in the second half where they left off in the first. Woods. Oh, he and Armstrong got in each other's way. Thankfully from Wolves' point of view. Oh, Campbell with a bit of a wild ball back. That's been a bit of a problem this evening, that Burnley have pressed well, hurried Wolves into making mistakes. They haven't been able to break free from that press. Dodgson with the corner. In swinging delivery, headed away by Christian Marques. And they'll get another opportunity. Dodgson to deliver again. It was a good delivery in. Armstrong amongst those trying to keep it alive. Tucker's ball in. Hodnick just sweeping it away. Vaughan looking for Costello. Flag is up. Wolves taking risks. Just about got away with it. And Bakisa get it into the space for Austin Samuels. Aggborough with the strong defending. All still being pressed back. Armstrong's throw. Costello down the line. Dodgson was the man coming close and allowed to turn in field. Helm. Intercepted by Campbell, who lost his footing. Helm's ball, and it was just evaded. Costello. But just about found Aggborough. Limbakisa. Pressure from McGlynn. That's better from Jordao. That's the way to beat the press. And now there's options either side. Jordao still carrying it. It's a good ball forwards. And it's going to be a big opportunity and wasted in the end. It's a brilliant run from Bruno Jordao and Hugo Bueno, just a rush of blood to the head at the final moment. Well, Wolves have been struggling to get that ball to stick up top, and also found it hard to break out from deep. Jordao just decided to take matters into his own hands there. player being forced backwards. Well, it was risky back to Malden. They've got the goal kick out of it. He did rather play that a touch blind. There's an element of the way Wolves play, the Wolves way. Try and be comfortable enough to play their way out of trouble. Here's Hodnett. Well, it was somewhat inviting, but asking a lot of Hugo Bueno to reach it at the far post. Samuels had made the run, taking the defender out of the way. Aggborough, safety first. Malden's clearance. Costello with a nice turn. Trying to feed it to Dodson. It's read in the end by Jordao. Cundall's turn to carry. Berta Bueno. Campbell just couldn't quite help it on into the path of Cundall. That was better for Wolves though, a little bit more enterprising. Perhaps sums up their evening so far, that what looked promising didn't quite come off. Malden alert there to the danger to deny McGlynn. There might just be an element where Wolves are better off just upping the tempo. Have looked better when they've been more direct and taken the game to Burnley. A few times tonight, play's just been a little bit slow in the build-up. Again, this is better. Early, up to Lembakisa. Hodnett on the overlap, Lembakisa. That's a good ball to pick out Campbell. Oh, and then Campbell gifting possession back to Dodson. Costello's flick on. McGlynn getting away from Marques. The flag will go up against Costello though. Also a little bit unhappy that he booted the ball away. Just a warning. Oh, gone underneath the advertising hoarding. Louis Malden's had to climb over just out of your picture. It's Matt Jackson in charge of Wolves' lone players. Watching on this evening. Busy month for him. Cundall for Jordao. That's come to Austin Samuels, who wasn't meant for him. Cundall finding Bueno. He was looking for Hodnett. Aggborough, that's a good ball. Lembakisa. He sold it a bit short and a bit obvious for Campbell. Now a team who haven't played for a month and times maybe looks like it. There's Jordao. That's good play though. Oh, big effort. Jack Hodnick coming close on his birthday. Again, it's Bruno Jordao crafting the opportunity. And maybe if that was on his stronger left foot, he would have been able to sweep it home more comfortably. There's Kundal. Hodnick. Kundal. Wins possession back. Jordao. Bounce didn't quite run for Kundal. Berta Bueno. Campbell down the line. Hodnick. Congested. Campbell was looking for Aggborough. Oh, unfortunate. He'd stayed forwards and he made a great run. And he might have hurt himself. And that is not a sign that anybody wants to see from Michael Aggborough, who has had the most horrendous luck with injuries. He might be being replaced anyway here. Yeah, Phil Mabete is coming on.
Wolves U23s substitution in the number 4, Michael Aggborough. Plays for number 14, Philosophe Mabete.
His full title, Philosophe Mabete, known around the club as Phil. Burrs ball, flag will go up late against Austin Samuels. Wolves do have two potential attacking players left on the bench in 16-year-old Owen Farmer and Lee Harkin. Holden right to the edge of his penalty area. Then Bakisa to Kundal. Samuels couldn't quite set it for Jordao. Campbell's touch, accepted by Vaughan. Helm, still running. Well, they ran into Marques in the end. Hodnick for Campbell. Jordao's made a good run in field. Still Chem Campbell. Bueno. Delivers, big opportunity, and somehow Burnley have got it away. Dexter Lembakisa arriving with a goal at his mercy. And a brilliant bit of defending. Keeps Burnley's lead intact. Harry Williams was the man who got across to deny Dexter Marques. Hodnett's corner. Could have got anywhere there. Clearance hit the referee, so they will pull it back. And Wolves are trying to make the point that possession would have been theirs. The referee not interested in that. Lewis Thomas will have possession. Costello, but in the right position. Mabete to clear. Will be a Wolves throw. Well, they have created more in this second period, Wolves. Caused Burnley a few more problems. They're still trying to find an equaliser. The hope will be, after such a lengthy time off over the Christmas period, that Wolves will just get stronger as the match sharpness returns. And Bakisa playing it off Dodgson. They've taken a touch longer than they wanted to for the cobwebs to be blown away. Cundle a touch fortunate, McGlynn less so. On a cold night like this, that's going to sting. Jordao, Cundle, that's lovely. Lembakisa on for Campbell. Campbell's delivery, big opportunity, what a save! And for a second time, Lewis Thomas comes to Burnley's rescue, twice in quick succession. Hugo Bueno denied. Well, now, both Bueno and Lembakisa have had really good opportunities. Could have flown in. Big chances have gone begging. Much better from Wolves. Cundle's ball set that going after some really neat passing into play. But looking for Samuels. Samuels making a nuisance of himself. Williams getting it clear. And all of a sudden, the loose balls are going Wolves' way. Momentum perhaps swinging. This is Jordao. Brilliant run from Jordao. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant from Bruno. He's arguably been Wolves' best player so far tonight. Came close in the first half, got Wolves moving in the second with a powerful run, and has now added a goal to his tally.
Goal scorer for Wolves U23s, number 8, Bruno Jordao.
Well, as he continues his long road back to full fitness, Bruno Jordao. And it's a timely reminder for those on the coaching staff watching from the first team of what he is capable of producing. The composure shown by Jordao, having worked the opportunity, was highly impressive. It's just reward for a good spell from James Collins' team. Oh, that's a mistake by Mabete, who apologises. Cross from deep. Lembakisa getting it clear. McGlynn. Costello. Tucker. Jordao with a challenge, and the referee didn't like it. It looked like Jordao got the ball. Woods has set the ball. Three-man wall. It's Woods, straight into the waiting arms of Malden. Well positioned. A good throw out by Malden. Switching it for Lembakisa. Oh, good impact since coming on at half-time. Campbell's flick, Kundal, Lembakisa. Kundal taking over. Looking for the switch to Bueno. Jordao trying to switch back to Lembakisa. Mist and fog is settling in over Aggborough. It's just got a little bit darker because of that as well. Floodlights struggling to break through. It's going to be a Wolves throw. 17 minutes to get to the end here. You'll be hoping that fog doesn't get any worse. Might not quite be able to see on your screens. It is drifting in from behind Louis Malden's goal. Here's Austin Samuels. Lembakisa. Mabete. Kundal, Marques. Hodnett trying to set Bueno away. Just couldn't quite evade Vaughan. You can just about see on your picture there now just how misty and foggy it is. And it is settling with every second that passes. Jordao. Lembakisa. Oh, that's clever interplay. Kundal, great ball in. Samuels couldn't quite provide the finishing touch. Campbell. Ball could have gone anywhere. Could have gone anywhere. Burnley have a man down. I think it's Ethan Vaughan at the near post. Well, that picture shows you just how misty and foggy it's suddenly got. You pretty much can't make out the corner taker with the naked eye anymore. Corner has been taken, I can tell you. We can't quite see the ball from where we are. Burnley are coming away with it. Helm. Wolves under pressure. But Marques. But getting the better of it. Trying to switch the play, but it'll be intercepted by Dodson. And now Tucker. Dodson again, and helped goalwards by Costello. Wolves may be preparing another change, their third and final one. Malden. He's played the ball out to someone. It's hard to see from where we are. Wolves trying to work it down their left-hand side. Conditions have really taken a turn. Jordao. It's good skills from Jordao again. He's having a good game. And he swept a good ball out to that left-hand side. And it's Bueno charging forwards. And Burnley just doing enough in the mist. Nigh on impossible conditions. Paul Marsden will be hoping that we can just hang on for 12 minutes here to get this game concluded. Or if this gets any worse, they might well have a decision to make. That's going to be a free kick for Burnley. Midway inside the Wolves' half. Wood stood over the ball. Dodson gets it back from Tucker. Hodnett couldn't steal it. Tucker's ball, Intercepted by Mabete. Say the TV camera doesn't quite do it justice as to just how foggy it has become here at Aggborough. Can only just make out the letters on the stand on the far side. Well, how the assistant referee is supposed to see if it's offside or not is anybody's guess over there. Wolves are appealing, but I can't see the assistant ref, so I'm not sure how he can see across the field. Here's Helm. Rooney. Kept in by Dodson. Tucker finding Dodson. Wolves have intercepted. Well, you can just about make out the figure of Williams there. Tucker. Oh, a little bit of a mistake. Wolves just about getting away with it. Campbell. Hodnett. I think that's Bruno. Well, somebody's making a sub.
Substitution for Wolverhampton Wanderers, leaving the field number 5, Christian Marques, to replace point number 12, Pascal Estrada.
So Pascal Estrada coming on. Wolves have used all their substitutions. And here come Burnley through Dodson. Woods. Passed it straight to Jordao. Well, these are impossible conditions to try and see what is going on. Officially, 7 minutes remaining. Wolves emerging from the mist through Jordao. Now Lembakisa. Jordao again. Has support on the far side through the mist. Well, there's a foul in there. I can't tell you by who, against who. I've never experienced this. "15 years as a commentator, I've never experienced a game with this much mist and fog, where it's now near impossible with the naked eye to make out players midway through the middle of the pitch. Wolves can just stick to this right-hand side for the time being. Campbell, Lemberkisa making the run. Connor's trying to force his way through. Campbell, well, it's taken on. Wolves couldn't quite force it home. Campbell. Burnley just about getting it clear. Lemberkisa. Onto Campbell. Jordao. That was Burr to Estrada. Malden. Goalkeeper's come a long way out of his penalty area. Wolves, we think, are on the attack.
Have a good journey home with this.
Wolves still on the attack, can't quite force it in, and a free kick given against them. Three minutes to try and get through this. Well, there is a change being made. Can just about make out the fourth officials board. We know, because Wolves have made all their changes, that it's a Burnley sub. Well, there might be a discussion going on here, because we can see the assistant referee has moved in. He stood halfway in field. They only have 2 minutes officially left, plus the time to be added on. But if they can't see, they can't play. And it would be remarkable if it got stopped now. There might well have been a discussion as to, between the relative benches, as to what they do.
Substitution for Burnley, in midfield number 7, Ki-Jana.
Tucker is off. Tosin Olapade's on. Jordao. That's Campbell who's offside. And again, how the assistant referee can possibly know is remarkable. And Bruno Jordao, I think, is asking that question. Because we can't make out the far side now. You can't even see the letters that are on the stand on the far side. So how the assistant referee is able to tell that's offside, I've absolutely no idea. Officially, we're at the 90. Jordao still getting involved here. A bit of nonsense on halfway. And the referee blows the final whistle without any time to be added on. It finishes Wolves 1, Burnley 1. Quite remarkable last 15 minutes that turned into near farce, with the players not really being able to see what was going on, and certainly no one in the stadium being able to see what was going on. Thankfully, there is no time to be added on at the end of this game. We wouldn't have seen it anyway. If somebody had won it, who knows what would have happened. But in the end, they'll take a share of the points, and we'll all try and make our way home safely. On a remarkable evening that saw Bruno Jordao get the equaliser for James Collins' team. They get a share of the points, and that is just about enough. Thank you for being with us and sticking with us tonight in the most remarkable circumstances I think I've ever commentated in. Credit to our cameraman Alex Gage for keeping up with the coverage as best he possibly could. Hopefully, when we are back with you for the next under-23s fixture away at Sunderland on Monday the 24th, we'll be able to see that game in its entirety. See you soon.